चाय दिल से में आप सबके साथ आरजे नीतू। लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, मेरे साथ इन स्टूडियो हैं सोनल कुलश्रेष्ठा फ्रॉम देसी दीवार। गुड मॉर्निंग सोनल, हाउ आर यू डूइंग दिस मॉर्निंग?
Good morning, Neetu. Doing very well. Thank you so much. And I have just been waiting for the opportunity to wish you in person. So, congratulations on your first anniversary
Thank you
with
so
Radio
much,
Hot
thank you so
Pepper.
much.
You have done an excellent job. I don't need to say it. You work very hard and you do
Thank
very
you.
well.
Thank you so much. And Sonal, I must appreciate you're looking fabulous today.
Oh, thank you. As are you.
All right, let's start a discussion which our listeners have been waiting for. First of all, I know I want to take a moment to thank you. Labor Day की छुट्टी है, सब लोग छुट्टी मना रहे हैं. Despite that, you came in my studio and you are sharing this wonderful topic with me. So
Thank you,
it's a
Neetu, for
pleasure.
coming. Labor Day weekend, maybe. Thank
So
you very
let's
much.
start our topic for the day. Back to school, right? This is our topic for the day. So what is back to school? We talk about it all the time. We hear it from different जब स्कूल शुरू होने वाले होते हैं, न्यूज़पेपर्स में and all these school supply stores में, everywhere it's written back to school, back to school, back to school. So could you explain it for our listeners outside of America, especially जो हमें सुन रहे हैं, कि ये back to school क्या है?
हाँ नीतू यहाँ पे like here in America back to school is a big deal, right? So in a way it's a marketing campaign where businesses lure you in with deals and promotions for you
Absolutely.
to make your purchases pertaining to starting a new school year, right? After a rather long summer break.
Oh my God, a
So,
very long
I
summer
know.
break.
That's why I said it. I thought it was important to say that after a really long
Yes,
summer break.
absolutely.
So even the government participates, right, by declaring one weekend as a tax-free weekend. So shopping focuses school supplies, apparels, even personal computers for the entire week when such goods are exempted from tax.
Right, right.
But it's not just the businesses that sell their supplies. Almost everyone joins the action. Right? The recipe sites and food shows give out recipes and ideas for your kids' lunches.
Right, right.
TV shows and radio shows interview little kids to capture their feelings about returning to school. Parents post pictures of their first day of
Oh
school,
my
of their
God.
kids' first
Yes,
day of
all
school.
for Facebook is
All
posted.
over social
Yes,
media.
all over social
right?
media.
Bloggers give tips about coping with the stress involved. So, in fact, I even saw a police department post safety tips for back to school,
Yes,
hashtag with the back to school hashtag. So everybody jumps in on the back to school bandwagon, right? Which is good. There's a lot of information around, right? Businesses get a good boost, and so does the economy, right?
Yes.
So, in fact, just before the school reopened here in Texas, I got an email from the local Hindu temple.
Uh-huh.
The email said, participate in back to school puja.
Oh, nice.
Right?
Yes.
So I said, I was in fact impressed that
Yeah.
even the temples are so attuned to what mode people are in, right?
Right, absolutely.
And
It's a good thing to take the blessing of Ganesha or
Exactly.
some god, so that you start it with, and Saraswati ji, of course. Saraswati is the
Exactly.
mata of
And that is
studies.
what the puja was. Like,
Exactly.
if you're a Hindu, perform a Saraswati puja or a Ganesh
Yes,
puja for a
yes.
good school
For a
year.
good school year,
Right?
absolutely.
So, talking of which, how about we start the segment with like not a religious song, but Humko Man Ki Shakti Dena. Remember
that's
that
a
song
beautiful
from
song.
Goody in
Yes.
1971?
Yes.
So this incidentally is about kids in a school assembly
Oh, yes,
singing
I
this
remember.
song,
I
right?
remember.
So let's start on that note.
Okay, definitely. Let's go ahead and start that beautiful song, ladies and gentlemen. And now you've heard what is back to school. So if you want to participate in this wonderful discussion between RJ Neetu and Sonal Kulshrestha, definitely give us a call in the studio. The studio number is 817-468-1220.
मन विजय दूसरों की जय से पहले खुद को जय करे दूसरों की जय से पहले खुद को जय करे हमको मन की शक्ति देना मन विजय
वेलकम बैक लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, मॉर्निंग चाय दिल से मैं आप सबके साथ आरजे नीतू एंड
सोनल कुलश्रेष्ठा।
जी हाँ, बिल्कुल हम लोग आपकी खिदमत में हाजिर हैं एंड ऑफ कोर्स इफ यू हैव जस्ट ट्यून इन, आप लोगों को बता दें दैट सोनल कुलश्रेष्ठा फ्रॉम देसी दीवार कम्स इन द फर्स्ट मंडे ऑफ एवरी मंथ एंड वी टॉक अबाउट डिफरेंट टॉपिक्स। और आज का हमारा टॉपिक है बैक टू स्कूल। बैक टू स्कूल वो लोग बहुत अच्छी तरह से समझ सकते हैं जो अमेरिका में रहते हैं या फिर अब आई थिंक ये वर्ड बहुत पॉपुलर हो रहा है सोनल, एक्सक्यूज मी, बहुत ज्यादा पॉपुलर हो रहा है लाइक इवन इंटरनेशनली। लेकिन व्हेन वी वर ग्रोइंग अप एट दैट टाइम दिस वर्ड वाज नॉट पॉपुलर, बैक टू स्कूल। किसी को पता भी नहीं होगा यार बैक टू स्कूल होता है। माँ बाप कहते थे चलो जाओ बस्ता उठाओ जाओ तैयार हो एंड गो बैक टू स्कूल, दैट्स इट। लेकिन do you have any memories from back to school? I would love to ask you.
Neetu, like you said, in India we hadn't even heard of the term back to school, right? But growing up in India we hadn't, but of course we did start the preparations for starting the new school year at the end of the summer break, right? But there wasn't so much hoopla about it, right?
Bilkul.
So, I have like 5 ways that back to school here differs from India. 5 things our kids do here that we didn't do in India.
Okay.
So first, buy new backpack each year that reflects the favorite character or brand that our kids are into.
We did get the new backpacks though, लेकिन वो नहीं होता था कि ब्रांड नेम, हमारे वो ही देसी कलर होता था सिंपल सा, या ग्रीन हो गया या ब्लू हो गया या पिंक हो गया, that's about
it. But वही मैं याद करने की कोशिश कर रही थी कि अपना कोई बैकपैक स्कूल का मुझे रियली याद ही नहीं है। कोई भी। Now I hope our kids have memory after all the trouble we take in buying them the right bag.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
Spider-Man for the little boys and the Cinderella or other princesses for the little girls.
Yes,
right?
indeed.
So second is buy new lunch box, again to reflect their newly acquired taste in brands or styles, right?
और खाने का भी मजा आ जाता है
I
बच्चों
know, right? So like when Frozen movie was released, okay, there were tons of little cute lunch boxes with Frozen theme on it for all the little girls, right? So it's so keeping up with whatever the new
brand
taste
is,
new style, new brand is, right?
Absolutely.
So and of course in India we had our regular lunch boxes, right?
I know.
So
वो डब्बे के होते थे प्लास्टिक के।
हाँ, डब्बे के होते थे जो क्लिक बंद होते थे एंड 2-3 कंपार्टमेंट्स होते थे, उसमें भी एक सब्जी के लिए, पराठा के लिए, चटनी के
हम लोग लेके जाते थे। अब यहाँ पे तो वो ट्रेंड नहीं है,
ले जाते थे,
पोहा लेके जाते थे,
डिफरेंट ले जाते थे, राइट। So third is buy new clothes and lot of them. Now in India we had school uniforms. All of us had school uniforms, right? And if we outgrew them, then new ones were bought. In fact, a lot of the moms believed in buying skirts that are longish, so it would last longer.
Absolutely.
Remember?
Absolutely.
So if you look at your class pictures over the years, you would see your skirt getting a little shorter over the 3 years.
पर सेम होती थी।
I know. So once we outgrew, we got a new one, right?
बिल्कुल.
And the fourth was here they buy new shoes, regular as well as sneakers, at least 2-3 pairs.
2-3 pairs,
right?
they needed, yes.
Now in India we bought our black uniform shoes and white PT shoes.
PT shoes,
We used to call it PT shoes,
yes,
right?
yes.
And that too when we outgrew the old ones, that's when we got the new ones, right?
और वो भी आधा इंच बड़ा ही लेते थे, जैसे आपने पहले कहा कि ताकि लंबा चलेंगे।
I know, because you don't want to, because you grow so fast.
बिल्कुल.
Acha, and the fifth is school supplies.
Yes.
Now, here they either buy the kit from the school,
Yes.
or the school release list, we get it and then we go to the store and we buy it,
bilkul.
right? Now in India, remember those brown covers?
Yes.
Right? We have all used those brown covers.
Bilkul.
Every notebook and all books were required to be covered and duly labeled.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And duly labeled with, and that was about all the
और
school supplies.
स्टिकर्स भी आते थे,
लेबल स्टिकर्स
होते थे। तो आई रिमेम्बर स्कूल से पहले मेरी खुद की मेमोरी है कि वी यूज्ड टू बाय दैट बिग रोल ऑफ ब्राउन पेपर, क्योंकि 2-3 अगर बच्चे घर में हैं तो सबकी बुक्स एंड सबकी नोटबुक्स वगैरह पे चढ़ती थी, एंड वी यूज्ड टू गो एंड बाय फ्यू नोटबुक्स एंड बुक्स वगैरह कई बार स्कूल से मिलती थी, क्योंकि बुक्स स्कूल की कई बार स्टेशनरी होती थी, सो वी दे यूज्ड टू पे द मनी एंड आवर पेरेंट्स यूज्ड टू पे द मनी एंड वी यूज्ड टू गो एंड and give the supply list कि ये books हमारी नई class की होंगी. So we used to get,
Uh-huh.
and then फिर next day आके पापा मम्मी उनको भी cover
Cover
चढ़ाते
करते
थे.
थे. I know.
And so we actually kept our books in a very good condition because of those brown covers.
Because
I
of
don't
those
know.
covers,
Right.
exactly. In fact, I
Absolutely.
remember at home we used to literally set up a assembly line.
Yes.
My little brother would put the brown cover
Yes.
and the notebook on top. Then dad would do the hard part,
Right.
fold it up,
Fold
and
it up and
write the
cutting उसको सही corners से
corners
cutting
से
वगैरह करना.
काटते थे,
बिल्कुल,
right?
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल.
And then I would put that sticker
Sticker
label on
thing.
top, and then my sister would write the name and everything. So we all have that
Yes,
memory,
definitely,
right?
definitely.
So now I have 3 stories. In fact, yeah, more than 3 stories from about the back to school memories of our generation, right? So this Anita Reddy from Keller, Texas, who was born and raised here, says that when she was growing up, back to school was even then a major deal and promotions time for shopping. But since social media did not exist
Yes.
and there was no such thing as hashtag back to school, right? Since social media did not exist, all the picture sharing didn't happen
Yes,
of the first day of school and all
right,
that, right? And also since the hashtag back to school wasn't there, there was nothing that tied together everything that people had to share.
Yes,
Right?
yes, yes.
So hype was certainly much less. Plus, she says the backpacks and the lunch boxes didn't have characters then,
Yes.
like they do
जैसे-
now.
जैसे,
So
बिल्कुल
even
अब
in
है.
America, that didn't happen as
Right,
much.
right.
And then second story is from Kanan Girk from Plano, Texas. She says she has wonderful memories of her middle school years at Scindia Boarding School in Gwalior.
Okay.
The school was a palace turned into school. Raj Mata, the ex-queen, attended the major events of, welcoming the students back to school.
Wow,
There
wow.
were peacocks all around,
Oh,
and they
that's
were
nice.
there were very specific uniforms for all the activities. PE in the morning, then another uniform for during the school, then another relaxed pajamas for after school, then a sleepwear for after dinner.
Wow.
So she says, so back to school essentially meant making sure every single piece of these uniforms were initialed
Oh.
appropriately. And the first day back to school scene was hauling hundreds of holdalls. Remember those holdalls in India? Round सा होता था, उसमें सब bedding and pillows रखते थे.
Oh yes, I remember
Remember?
that. And especially
सबके.
boarding वाले जो बच्चे होते थे
हाँ,
उनके लिए.
and
Yes,
हम
yes,
भी
yes,
जब
yes,
ट्रैवल
yes.
करते थे तो
Right,
एक
right,
होल्डॉल तो होता ही था.
बिल्कुल,
right?
बिल्कुल. I remember. Yes.
So first day of school का scene was hundreds of holdalls and large metal luggage pieces from all the students being hauled into the basement, where large number of mates organized this and checked for initial in every piece
so
of
that
clothing.
they don't get lost, in
Exactly.
between.
Or
Yes, yes, yes.
misplaced,
Misplaced
or,
here and there. Yes.
So, in India, mates are so important.
Yes,
Right.
definitely.
Right.
Sonal, one second.
Sure.
We have somebody on air with us. So let's see what they have to share in our discussion.
Awesome.
Good morning.
Large number of mates organized this and checked for initial.
All right. I think that was a junk call. No worries. Let's resume our call back.
Or
Sonal.
maybe they had some radio on.
I have no idea.
Okay,
817-468-1220, ladies and gentlemen, is the studio number if you want to participate in this wonderful, beautiful discussion between Arjun Neetu and Sonal Kulkshrestha.
Okay,
Ji.
so yeah, the third story is from Geeta Sule from Flower Mound, Texas. She says that each year of elementary school, along with the black shoe that was part of the uniform,
Right.
they were required to buy black gum boots. That's what they were called,
Yes,
the
yes,
black
yes,
gum
yes,
boots for the
absolutely.
rainy days.
For the
since
rainy days.
Bombay has
Bilkul.
heavy rains.
Bilkul, bilkul,
right?
bilkul.
So in middle school, they were no longer considered cool. So the kids graduated to wearing plain black waterproof shoes. And she also remembers traveling all the way to Ideal Book Depot in Dadar from Andheri to buy all the course books
Oh, wow.
So, we
Wow.
do have these back to
We do
school
have,
memories,
yes,
right?
we all have those memories, and it's interesting to when you think about it कि कौन सी memories हैं, किस तरह की memories हैं, और वो memories हमारी life के साथ कैसे, they are just there. I mean, we
Right.
cannot forget them even
Right.
despite we want to
Yeah,
forget
so-
it, sometimes.
Right. Geeta Sule has a song request to Neetu for you.
Okay.
She says if Neetu could play Bachpan Ke Din Bhi Kya Din The from Sujata movie. But before that, I have two memories from bunch of ladies. Oh, sure.
Sure,
Are
definitely.
you
So
getting a
let's,
call?
yes, I'm getting a call right now.
Okay,
So let's take this
great.
caller and then we'll share the story.
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi. Hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good, good.
What's your name?
Rohan, and I'm Bobby.
Sohan and Bobby, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay, hi Sohan and Bobby, how are you guys doing?
Good.
Okay, can you lower your radio volume a little bit slower so I can hear you a little bit better?
Okay.
Thank you. See, your radio volume is too loud, so I cannot hear you properly. Have you turned it off?
Yeah, we turned it off.
All right, thank you so much, Sohan. बताइए Sohan क्या share करना चाहेंगे? What do you want to share with us?
Some of our back to school memories.
Go ahead.
In kindergarten, when it was the first day of school, when we got in the classroom, our teacher let us build Legos. Well, I always loved getting new backpacks every single year, and new lockers too.
So you remember all those beautiful things that you guys used to take it to school, and your teachers encouraged you to bring those things.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. And tell me, what any memory has your parents shared with you when they used to go back to school? Have they ever said, "Oh, when we used to go to school, this did not happen with us, or this thing happened with us"? Have they shared any of those stories with you guys?
Well, not all the time, but not really.
No, not
wait,
really. I'm sure you know what they must have shared, because every time when the parents see their kids going to school, they always remember their school days as well. It's just probably you might not be remembering it right now, I feel like. Do you remember if they used to say they used to have heavy backpacks or something?
Yeah.
They used to have. Is your backpack heavy these days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as much because a lot of things are electronic now.
Yes, that's another difference I am going to talk to you, Sonal, about.
Sure.
That, a lot of things are electronic. And when your parents used to go, you know what? They used to actually carry those textbooks, those heavy textbooks in their
yeah.
backpacks.
That is a very good point,
Yes,
actually.
that's a very
Uh-huh.
good point. All right, perfect, Bobby. Thank you so much for sharing that wonderful, wonderful, thought. Do you have a song request that I can play for you?
No, it's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, no worries. Thank you so much, dear. Thank you so much
Thank
for your
you
call.
for calling.
Thank you so much. 817-468-1220 is the studio number. और सुन रहे थे आप बॉबी की बात, बहुत ही खूबसूरत बात उन्होंने शेयर की हमारे साथ. And he said that they are preparing their Legos, their different stuff before going back to school, and how that makes a difference. And yes, Sonal, so will you were saying something?
I was saying, okay, bunch of ladies who are ex-students of St. Anthony's Senior Secondary School in Hoskas in New Delhi have two stories to share.
Okay.
First is Sangeeta Menin's story. She says, I guess I looked a little lost the first few days of school after the summer break.
I
So
don't
my
blame her.
Sanskrit teacher once remarked, आजकल कहाँ रहती हो?
I don't blame her.
And my reply was, I still live in Hoskas, ma'am. So the teacher meant to say, in which world are you? Like,
Yeah,
are you
right,
daydreaming?
right.
And she took it quite literally.
And she said, I am still living in the same
I
household.
know. And the second story is these high school girls, ex students of the school, they say our class teacher was Mrs. Agarwal, who was extremely strict. During the first days of being back to school, she would do surprise checks of our bags. because we would
Ooh.
invariably be carrying books like Mills and Boone that we are still finishing up from the summer break
Bilkul.
and other novels. So that were not obviously part of the school syllabus. So we were so scared of being caught with those books that when we heard her checking the class next door, we would throw all our novels high up in the school ventilator.
Oh my God.
Of course, retrieving them later was a really
Oh
hard
my
part.
God. I don't know how did they get back. Or they
I
will be
know.
still there on the
They were
ventilator.
probably still there.
And future generations will be watching. Who left that book out there?
I know, yeah. So, and then the okay, I think we did. So we can play that song request from Geeta Sule,
Definitely,
remember? Bachpan
yes.
ke wo din kya din the?
Is that from Sujata film?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
perfect. And then definitely Geeta Suleji, thank you so much for this wonderful request. We will go ahead and now play this song on your request. Right now it is 10:25, ladies and gentlemen. We will be doing and continuing this discussion with Sonal Kulshrestha for another half an hour. So definitely be part of it. Give us a call back. If your kids are tuned in right now, ask them, encourage them to give us a call and share with us some of their wonderful memories they have of back to school. And of course, if you have any back to school memories that you want to share with us, go ahead and give us a call. The studio number is 817-468-1220.
बचपन के दिन बचपन के दिन बचपन के दिन भी क्या दिन थे हाय हाय बचपन के दिन भी क्या दिन थे उड़ते फिरते तितली बन के बचपन के दिन भी क्या दिन थे उड़ते फिरते तितली बन के बचपन
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Right now we have somebody with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
G, good morning. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Wonderful. What's your name?
Suraj.
Suraj. How are you doing this morning?
Good.
Wonderful. So, Suraj, what do you want to share for your back to school memory?
Well, I wanted to share how my parents would ride their bikes to school
Oh,
and how
okay.
my dad, he went to a boarding school and now everything there was so strict. Now if we go to the cafeteria at school and we don't finish our food, nobody cares. But when my dad was in school, they would make him finish the food so that nothing gets wasted.
Yes, you were not allowed to waste the food. That is very important
Such a
point.
valuable lesson.
Yes, that's a
right?
very good point. And do you learn something from that? Do you leave your food?
Yes, I do.
Ah, so you need to, I guess, change over that habit and make sure you don't leave the food.
Yeah, just take as much as you need to, right?
Exactly. So what else does your father share with? So he stayed in a boarding school. That must be a very difficult and a challenging, of course, kind of a lifestyle. Definitely are kind of away from that lifestyle. You cannot even imagine. I think India, okay, boarding schools, how they used to be, how strict the life was, and kids used to be so very, very well trained. Like in the morning, they had to get up at set time and they had to get ready for school.
Right.
They all had to share the bathrooms. They all had to, be
Exactly.
back on time and then go ready for the PE and evening drill and all that stuff. Did he tell you about all those stories as well?
Yes, he told us all about the boarding school, and I'd say for my dad it was more of a blessing, and because he enjoyed academics so much, and because education was such a big part of his life,
Absolutely.
he's influenced my brother and I to try hard in school so that we can see the end result.
Wonderfully. All right,
That
perfect.
is so
That is
nice.
wonderful. Tell me your name one more time.
Suraj.
Suraj. Thank you so much, Suraj,
Thank
for
you so
requesting,
much.
that wonderful sharing that story with us. Do you have a song request that I can play for you?
No, I do not.
All right, perfect. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you for
Suraj.
calling.
Truly appreciate your call. 817-468-1220 is the studio number for all your requests and your dedications.
ढूंढते सब हमें छोटे बड़े थक जाते थे हम कलियां चुनते
Anita Soleji, that was indeed a very beautiful track. Thank you so much for requesting this wonderful song right here on the airwaves of your one and only favorite radio station, Radio Hot Pepper 1220 AM. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who just tune in, let me quickly tell you, this is Morning Chai Dil Se with RJ Neetu, and I am in studio with Sonal Kulshrestha from Desi Diwar, and she comes here every first Monday of the month, and we talk about a topic. Today's topic is back to school, and Sonal, welcome back. Thank you so much once again for coming into my studio and
Thank you,
sharing this
Neetu.
wonderful
Thank
topic.
you.
You know, you're bringing back a lot of my memories. I mean, I want to go ahead and share all those memories right now, but time constraint hai, so I will let you go ahead and speak what you want to speak. What is the next thing that you want to say?
So talking of India, Neetu, before we move from the India topic, I was thinking just 3 quick points on some of the things that Indian parents do that are better not done.
What do you mean by that?
And you know, I mean, like, you can disagree with me. Of course, people don't have to agree with me at all. But 3 quick points. When I say these points, you would realize what I mean by it.
Okay.
First, like applying oil on hair.
Oh my God! Oh my
I've
God!
talked about
Yes.
this before too, right?
Yes,
I
yes,
feel
yes.
I completely agree. It's truly good for hair.
It's truly
But-
good.
but,
Lekin-
you know, it's a hair care regime that needs to be followed in the privacy of your home.
Yes.
Just like any other skin care, mouth care, body care routine that you follow in your bathroom.
yes,
Right?
yes.
So, second point. Showing up in nightie or a lungi to drop off their kids at the edge of the school campus, right? Unfortunately, I feel when you are a minority, you have to be aware that you are contributing to what your community is perceived as.
Right.
So always look sharp and smart,
Yes.
right? And then third thing, pack Indian food to their kids' school lunches. Now, don't do it because you think, oh, it's not a big deal. Do it if your child actually wants it and is comfortable with it, right? Because like it or not, our food has a different aroma which we find very appetizing,
Yes.
but others need getting used to. A lot of
Yes.
people are not used to that difference, right? So just to, you know, what brought these points on. So recently there was an article published in Exo Jain magazine, and the author Nikita Redkar writes, now Minakshi Awasthi from California brought this article to my notice. So in the author Nikita Redkar writes, I was bullied so much for my school lunches that I often boycotted eating altogether. Kids reduced me to my country's worst stereotype, being eternally stinky from eating curry. That's what they said, and mercilessly mocked me for putting coconut oil in my hair.
Oh,
So do not be that parent,
yes, absolutely.
right? So I can understand, like, when your religion is involved, right?
Yes.
That's perfectly fine. And if your religion is involved, then talk to your kids about it, right? Prepare them for handling questions if somebody was to question them,
Right.
right? Prepare them on how to deal with bullies, right? Have a conversation with the school counselor about it. Talk to the teachers too. That, you know, prepare the other kids to expect this and
Yeah.
understand this.
yes,
that,
yes.
you know, this is what our religion, you know,
Surrounding, expects from
yeah,
us to do.
Right,
Right, absolutely,
right. Things
absolutely.
like that.
Yes.
And if religion is not involved, then let your kids pick and choose, right? It's okay if they don't want to wear Indian outfit in an American event,
Yes.
right? Don't decide for them.
Yes.
Because, you know, I feel just like the saying is, fashion is transient, right?
Yes.
Clothing and food is not, it's not truly a way of reflecting that you're willing to embrace your culture, right? There's so much deeper. Like, they might embrace the clothing and the food, but what's the point if they tell, Dad, hey, I was sitting there. You know, हम कैसे बात करते थे? Daddy, that's okay. आप बैठिए, कोई बात नहीं, है ना?
That's true.
So, you know,
That's
that is what I would say is the culture that I want to pass,
Yes,
right?
absolutely, absolutely.
That is the important thing. So Yeah, that's just the quick 3 points that I wanted to
No,
bring out.
definitely, and I think I totally agree with you. जैसे मैंने पहले भी कहा कि कुछ things होती हैं जो I want to share, but a lot of things are there. Even if you don't want to forget, you do remember those things, and this is what exactly my point was. कि तेल लगाना या खाना, कई बार खाने की smell आती है जो हमारे food में से, especially देसी food जो है, and we do not realize it. But ठीक है, again, if we are in India या पाकिस्तान या अपनी South Asian country में है, तो we can accept those things because all the kids are there in that surrounding, in that environment, so they are there to accept it. ठीक है, to some extent sometimes it can embarrass your child, and which of course as a parent it's your duty to understand those things as well. लेकिन following those same traditions in a foreign country like America, तो यहाँ पे आके अगर हम उन चीजों को follow करते हैं, I think that definitely embarrasses our kids and puts them in an awkward situation, which we should try to avoid. I think.
Right, exactly.
All right. So, Sonal, we are talking about some of the, goal settings since we are approaching towards the end of our show. Let's talk about some goal settings for our kids. As a parent yourself, what do you think are good goal setters that you would set for your kids as the new school year is starting?
Right. As parents, we, of course, all of us set academic goals, right?
Yes.
So we help our kids set a goal that is a little bit out of his or her comfort zone, right? So, that pushes our children to challenge themselves a little, right? And then we should go on to discuss ways to achieve it too. Right? Not just occasionally howl. You promised you'll get all A's. Right? Help them achieve it too. Find out methods that work with them.
Right.
So second is health goals. We want to inculcate healthy habits in our kids at a very young age. See if you can add a smoothie to their after school snack, or a salad before dinner, or an egg every day for breakfast, or switch to maybe multi-grain or wheat bread instead of white. Or if you can add a 20-minute stroll with a parent, if the child is not involved in any sport or any physically active activity, right? So make your child an active participant in his health too. Like take him to the grocery store, let him pick some new veggie that he is willing to try, right?
Sure.
Involve them in researching a recipe for that veggie.
Yes.
Something that they might think, Mom, let's try this.
Let's try it.
Right?
Yes.
So they find interesting.
Yes.
So involvement, right? And then third, behavior goals. Something very basic to talk to your kids about. First, look people in the eye while talking. Look them straight in the eye. Hold their gaze for as long as they are talking to you, right? Second, value friends who seek you out.
Yes.
Rather than always trying to seek someone else out.
Yes.
Right? And that tell them that friends are those you love not just for what they are, but also for what you are when you are with them.
Yes.
Right? That's the important thing.
You should
Then-
cherish friendship.
Yeah, exactly. And seek out friends where you can be yourself without
Yes.
having to pretend to be cool or
Or change yourself. You don't
change
have to
yourself
change.
in any way.
Absolutely. Yes,
right?
definitely.
And the third, teach them very early on to be kind, right? And to not be hurtful, to always use good language. Like all my life, I heard my dad quote a beautiful Kabir Doha to me. It says, ऐसी वाणी बोलिए मन का आपा खोए औरन को शीतल करे आपहु शीतल होए.
क्या बात,
right?
क्या बात.
So it means speak a language that is devoid of pride and ego, which brings calmness to others around you, right? And to you yourself. And you might think, oh, dad said it all the time, but I didn't really follow it, but it stayed with me.
Stayed with
right?
you, absolutely.
And I do lot of times think about it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, and talking of little kids, Neetu, we have a song request from Nirja Mehra from Plano, Texas, who is saying, if you could please play बचपन के नहीं बच्चे मन के सच्चे.
बच्चे मन के सच्चे. Yes.
It is Neetu Singh में I think फरमाया गया है from the 1968 movies दो कलियां.
Yes.
She says, Nirja says this is her favorite song on kids.
Oh, that's a beautiful song. Yes, it is one of my favorite songs as well. So, yes, definitely, without any delay, let's go ahead and listen to this song right here on the airwaves of Radio Hot Pepper.
Sure.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Neetu.
And if you want to participate in this discussion, ladies and gentlemen, give us a call 817-468-1220.
ये वो नन्हे फूल हैं जो भगवान को लगते प्यारे बच्चे मन के सच्चे खुद रूठे खुद मन जाए फिर हम जोली बन जाए झगड़ा जिसके साथ करे अगले ही पल फिर बात करे झगड़ा जिसके साथ करे अगले ही पल फिर बात करे इनको किसी से बैर नहीं इनके लिए कोई गैर नहीं इनका भोलापन मिलता है सबको बाह पसारे बच्चे मन के सच्चे सारे जग की आँख के तारे ये वो नन्हे फूल है जो भगवान को लगते प्यारे बच्चे मन के सच्चे इंसान जब तक बच्चा है तब तक समझो सच्चा है जूं जूं उसकी उम्र बढ़े मन पर झूठ का मैल चढ़े क्रोध बढ़े नफरत घेरे लालच की आदत घेरे बचपन इन पापों से हटकर अपनी उम्र गुजारे बच्चे
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have somebody with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you doing?
Hello, this is Suraj's brother.
This is Suraj's brother. Hi, Suraj's brother. How are you doing?
I am good.
Wonderful. Tell me your name.
Raj.
Raj. All right, wonderful, Raj. Thank you so much for your call. Tell me, what do you have to share with us?
Well, I have a story about my parents.
Okay.
Like, so Suraj's parents, but, when they used to come back from school, they used to take long walks and tell each other about what happened in school.
Oh, so they used to tell their parents what happened in school?
No, each other.
So the kids used to tell each other about the day?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about like kids like siblings, or they used to...
As siblings.
Oh,
and then
okay.
when they came home, then they used to drink chai.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
Oh, that's
But
so
these
sweet.
days, since we live in America, we don't drink chai at such young age, so
But do you share stories with your siblings?
yes.
Yes, that's a good thing. And you may not go for a stroll, you may not, take a walk, but still, despite that, if you're sharing your stories. And tell me, does your brother help you with your studies?
Yes, they do.
And did your parents tell you that if their siblings used to help them in their studies?
Well, yeah, the older sister was a smart one, and she used to be all the teachers' pets.
Okay. So she used to help everybody in the home, like kind of with their studies and sports or whatever, like how to deal with friends, those little bit issues sometimes, kids have. So tell me your name again.
Raj.
Raj, yes, Raj. So Raj, tell me, any challenges you have faced while being in back to school in the starting? Which grade do you go to right now?
7th.
7th. So that is like middle school. So did you face any challenges while going from 6th grade to 7th grade?
Not really, since it was the same school and all my friends.
Okay, so you did not face any challenges. Let me ask you, put it another way. Last
Except
year.
for, like, the homework got harder.
Oh, do you
and-
think so?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you, when you went from the lower school to the middle school, that was last year, right?
Yes.
Yes. So did you face any challenges at that time? Was it harder at that time? Lot of things to learn about in middle
Yeah,
school?
because in elementary school, there was only one class, but then in middle school, there were 8 classes, and you have to remember where all the classrooms were.
Yes.
So it was hard to memorize the schedule.
Wow.
Right.
And did you tell your parents about this change, and what did your parents say at that time? Do you remember if you had a communication with your parents at that time?
Yes, of course. They were saying that it is like this in the beginning, and they were right because later on it got really easier.
Yeah, you get used to
Wow.
the
Yeah,
routine,
routine.
and then things do get easier. But in the beginning, yes, of course, I totally agree. They are a challenge for you, and you have to understand those challenges in your life. So this is a good lesson for you, because in future also, when you choose a career, even go to college, deciding a college, which college you want to go to, all those things are a challenge. And once you learn how to face those challenges, life,
Very true.
everything becomes
Very
easy.
true.
Everything
Very
once.
true, Neetu. Well
So
said.
definitely you should not never lose hope, and always take everything as a challenge, that this is a difficult phase. It will
Yes.
pass away soon too.
Yes, exactly. Always remember, this too shall pass. That's my favorite
Yes,
saying,
yes.
right?
Wonderful. All right,
And
thank
we
you.
also have a song request.
Yes, go ahead, Raj. Which song do you want to listen to?
Chanda Hetu.
Chanda Hai Tu. Oh, that's a beautiful song.
that's a
Can you sing it
beautiful
for me?
song.
Thank you.
Can you sing it for me, Raj? No, I know. I'm putting you in a difficult situation. All right. Thank you so much, Raj. Truly
Thank
appreciate
you so
it.
much for calling, Raj, and sharing your thoughts with us.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Raj. Thank you. Poor kid, I put him in a difficult situation.
I think that's expecting a bit too much, Neetu.
I bet ये इसकी request नहीं थी, इसकी मम्मी की request होगी. But that's a beautiful song request. So definitely, I think we did get a chance to hear the Bachche Man Ke Sache completely. How about we go ahead and listen to this?
Sure,
Chanda Hai Tu.
absolutely. It's
a
such a beautiful song.
It's a beautiful song.
Uh-huh.
I love this song. So
Right.
let's go ahead and listen to this beautiful song. Raj या राज की मम्मी की request पर.
चंदा है तू मेरा सूरज है तू ओ मेरी आँखों का तारा है तू चंदा है तू मेरा सूरज है तू ओ मेरी आँखों का तारा है तू जीती हूँ मैं बस तुझे देख के इस टूटे दिल का सहारा है तू चंदा है तू मेरा सूरज है तू
Thank you so much, Raj. बहुत ही खूबसूरत गाना. Thank you so much for sharing this wonderful song with us. Ladies and gentlemen, last 10 minutes left for my show to end. लेकिन उससे पहले सोनल, मेरे पास एक joke आया है मयंक शर्मा का, and he has a wonderful joke. It's actually related
wow.
to
I am
back to school.
eager
So
to hear it.
let's go ahead and hear this joke, which is in Hindi. So I would request, क्योंकि आज हमारे पास बच्चों की बहुत request, you know, बहुत अच्छी calls आई हैं. I would say that way. So I would request all the parents to translate that joke to the
Sure,
kids
sure.
in English.
their language.
And another thing is कि उनको they may not again get the joke in the right sense, because this is all related to South Asian country. You know, वहाँ के सिनेरियो को सोचते हुए. तो एक गुजराती गर्ल थी and she said, आज भैया ने मुझे तुम्हारे साथ बाइक पे देख लिया. बॉय को लगा, ओ नो, फिर क्या हुआ? उसे फिक्र हुई, राइट? तो गुजराती गर्ल ने कहा, फिर क्या, हमारी तो बहुत ही स्ट्रिक्ट फैमिली है, रिक्शे के पैसे वापस ले लिए.
अच्छा, स्कूल रिक्शे से नहीं गई तुम, बॉयफ्रेंड की बाइक पे गई, पैसा वापस दो.
पैसे वापस दो. ये प्रॉब्लम नहीं थी कि बॉय के साथ गई. तो थैंक यू सो मच मयंक जी फॉर शेयरिंग दिस वंडरफुल जोक विद अस. Sonal, since हमारे पास you know, we had a middle schooler, you know, called in and you know, share his story. Let's talk about the middle school also right now. Before we go, let's talk about this. Will be the last question for the day.
Sure.
So what would be the challenges you think a middle schooler would face in school, and how can you guide middle schoolers? You know,
That's an excellent idea, Neetu. Let's talk about the middle school. Now, in middle school, what's happening is kids are discovering themselves
Right.
and exploring their place in the scheme of things, right?
Absolutely.
They want to fit in. They try to fit in. So some simple things that we can talk about, like, you know, when my kids started middle school, I remember talking to them all the time. In fact, I even now do it. First, be yourself at all times with all, right? Whether you're talking to the coolest kid or you're talking to the nerdiest kid, right? You be yourself, because you're the same person,
Yes,
right? You're not any cooler with the cool guy or any nerdier with the nerd guy, right?
Right.
So second, don't laugh if it ain't funny.
Okay.
If you don't find a joke funny, don't laugh. If somebody is pulling another child's leg or your leg and you see no humor in the situation, don't laugh.
Okay.
If somebody tells you a dirty joke and you don't find it funny, don't laugh to be polite.
Okay.
Just to be polite, right? And you know, the thing is, if kids are listening, you learn from your parents' experience and you won't have that unpleasant experience yourself.
Absolutely,
Right?
absolutely.
So third, don't say yes if you want to say no. That is my favorite saying that I always tell my kids over and over.
Okay.
Right? So it helps in every situation.
Okay.
Really. So, and then another important thing is talk about social media with them. First, tell them person in front is always more important than the one who is digitally connected.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
And real world is more important than the virtual world that the social networking creates. What you do in your life is more important than checking on what others are doing in theirs.
Their life,
Right?
yes, absolutely.
And second point about social media. Never take your personal grievances with a friend to the social media. Right? If he or she does it, you take the high road. Ignore the comment, ignore the post, and just quietly remove him or her from your
Friend list or
from your
something.
friends list, right?
Absolutely.
And also, in fact, I would say middle school is the time when crushes and all happen.
Yes.
So it's always a good idea to talk to your kids in matters of heart also, right? Tell them having crushes is a very natural thing. There's no reason to fight it or ignore it
Or ignore
or,
it,
or
yes.
feel like you can't tell your parents.
Yes, or hide it. I mean,
Or
that's a
hide
main
it.
thing, yes,
That's
absolutely.
okay. But middle school, if you do feel that way, then tell your child that middle school is not a time to act on your crushes,
Yes.
right? Today it'll be one crush, tomorrow it'll be another.
Another crush.
And the girl might respond back saying, I have a crush on you today. Tomorrow she might say, oh no, actually I have the crush on another guy, right? So it is
Yes.
not a phase to
Yes.
act on your crush. You can act on your liking for a person. Develop a friendship with him or her.
Yes.
Try to be a good friend, right?
Right.
But not to act on crush it. And then again, just because you are saying, don't take it for granted, oh, they'll never act on it.
They'll never
so
act on
do
it.
talk about 2 points at at that age. Do talk that in every relationship, whatever kind you might have with girl or a boy, respect and expect respect back.
Okay.
Right?
Wonderful.
Never just take it for granted. Oh, that's okay. He's always rude.
Uh-huh.
No, that's not
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Right? Second, teach them to handle rejection.
Okay.
Right? If she says, no, I don't care about you, or I did, I don't anymore.
Yeah.
Right? So handle rejection. Tell them to focus on the light at the end of the tunnel. If rejected, tell them that,
That's part
don't
of
take,
life.
yeah,
Yes.
don't take
take
rejections
yes.
personally.
Don't take
right?
rejections personally. Don't get disheartened.
Yeah, don't get
This is part
disheartened.
of life.
It's part of life.
Yes, absolutely.
And there'll be many more maybe even.
There'll be
because
many.
ultimately you're supposed to end up with just one person.
Yes, absolutely,
Right?
absolutely.
So
And it's
others
not
will come
only
and
in-
go in your life.
It's not only in matter of relationships, Sonal. I think a lot of things will be happening in middle school.
Yeah.
There'll be like elections for some certain things they have
Right.
to raise up. There could be,
Exactly.
for their discussion, their opinion might be asked in some matter, and it may not be used even if they are asked for their opinion.
Right.
They should take it for positively. Okay, chalo, मेरा opinion तो मांगा था ना.
हाँ,
At least I was
share.
asked.
हाँ,
I was
exactly.
I was a part of it. They considered
हाँ,
me important.
हाँ.
And even if they didn't use it, or even if you are not elected, or even if you are
Right.
rejected in a relationship,
Right.
I think you should always take it as very in a positive manner.
And from every experience, learn and move on.
Learn and move on.
That's it,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wonderful, Sonal. That was indeed a beautiful, beautiful discussion. I totally appreciate and, honor that you came on Labor Day weekend and
Thank
shared
you
this
so
wonderful
much.
discussion with us.
Thank you so
Truly,
much. The pleasure,
a pleasure.
was truly, absolutely mine. And I want to thank you and Radio Hot Pepper for giving me this chance always to connect with your listeners and to connect with readers from Desi Dewar too
Wonderful,
on this platform.
wonderful,
So I
wonderful.
truly appreciate it.
Truly appreciate it and definitely Sonal. चलिए मैं थैंक यू कहने के साथ साथ एक लास्ट में पेपी सॉन्ग लगाते जाऊंगी
हाँ, sure.
जिससे कि हमारे बच्चे भी मोटिवेट होते हैं एंड एट द सेम टाइम वी आर encouraging all the kids ki have a safe back to school and have a wonderful year ahead. Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you.
this is RJ Neetu signing off from her show as well. We'll see you back on Tuesday, that is tomorrow. Till then, stay healthy, stay happy, and keep smiling.